Human brain is an autocomplete machine. If you give it partial information, it will automatically start filling the gaps. If it guesses right, it feels good about itself. You will feel good about yourself. A thriller story is basically designed to exploit this exact nature of human brain. Twists and turns are core part of a thriller story, but it is everything else around it that really hooks your brain. Most thrillers start with the event that demands answers. It could be a crime, someone or something missing. Along with the main character, we too get into the detective mode. We will analyze the clues he picks, we will connect the conversation he has with the other character, and we will come up with our own theories to guess the ending. When the big reveal happens, the more unexpected the twist, the bigger the impact it will leave on you. So, the bigger the twist, the better, right? Yes, but there is a small catch. The writer has to justify the twist that rocked you. So, when you go back in the story and when you replay all the events and the hints, you should be able to reach at the solution yourself. The solution that the writer gave has to make sense to you. If not, you'll feel cheated. Whole story looks like a cheap trick. So, a writer can't simply pull a reality bending twist and call it a day. If it is played too safe, obviously the story will be very predictable and boring. One way to keep it unpredictable without complicating the story is by adding one more layer to the plot. By doing so, the audience attention is diverted to this new proxy layer. Here something like locked room mysteries come into picture. These are basically the crimes happen in high security places or the room that is completely locked from inside. So sneaking in and coming out of the room unnoticed is impossible. Because of that, this takes the question from who and why they did it to how the hell this even happened. This takes the plot to a whole different level and keep the story unpredictable yet believable. But good twists and turns is not everything. Characters that we can relate to, stunning music, and the perfect actor casting adds a lot of value to the story irrespective of the genre. But the surprise plus satisfaction combo plays a vital role in thriller stories. You can see that clearly from 1920s, the golden era of detective fiction, to current era of next door type of mysteries. This is what gave us so many iconic stories and characters. But not everyone is fan of this style. Let's look at a story that is set in a small town, Drishyam. In this story, we know everything from the start: the crime, the killer, the motive behind it. We even know how the body is disposed. There is nothing for you to solve or find, so you are just waiting for the story to unfold. Because there is a twist coming at the end, this might look like a typical thriller story that I talked about, but it's not. I will get back to this after setting one more story that's not even a thriller: KGF. The story of a poor kid to a hero. It is a movie with mass elevations and power hierarchy. The main plot of the movie follows Rocky, the main character of the story. He is hired to kill the villain. And we know, right, hero will always kill the villain. At least you will assume it. So here too we are just watching the story to unfold. But when the subplot is revealed and when we know Rocky is not a pawn but the mastermind behind all this, people in movie theater just completely lost it. This movie is not even about who killed what or how and why kind of a movie. Neither in Drishyam, you already know the killer and the motive. You even know how the body was disposed. In both the stories, you believe you have everything. You think that the story is moving just because the characters are trying to catch up with you. That's why this unexpected twist lands so good and tastes so good. Thriller stories has two big problems. The first one is the first half of the story might feel bit slow and exhausting. It is because the writer has to do lot of groundwork to set up the twist. So he has to place lot of clues and mislead the audience at the same time to keep them guessing. And the second problem is a thriller's second watch will be boring because once you know the plot and twist of the story, it will not have the same effect on you when you watch it for the second time. Here is where the blend of different genres changes everything. Like in KGF, the movie has a subplot. The creator surgically stitches the setup into the main plot. You never even see the setup happening. And in Drishyam, the family drama is perfect complementing narrative to it. It raises the tension and suspense in the story, all while adding good amount of rewatch value. No wonder the movie is remade 7 times. Detective thriller books peaked around World War One. So, at the time of unease and uncertainty, people wanted structure. So, the methodical narration of a detective thriller, along with the close group of suspects and the justice served at the end, it was very appealing to the people back then. Fast forward to today, mainstream genres changed a lot with time, but the old thriller tech still bleeds into current cinema. Despite being a commercial cinema, the IPS reveal in Pokiri is still benchmark of twists in Bollywood. The why Katappa killed Bahubali twist was the X factor that manufactured the hype for the first pan India film. We also seen the clever way of hiding plot in a setup of a song in a movie, Nanaku Premuto. One can say the playbook of thriller aged better than a fine wine. Once you see this pattern, you can't unsee it. You will find it everywhere.